Damn. Damn. Even the chat is piling up. You guys need to fight back.
Okay, so wait, so you have some talking though. Like honestly, and maybe I can't say this is your show, age you guys should talk, but I don't like the screaming and talking over each other. I can't.
Your show.
That's what
You
I'm
just
saying.
said I ain't been talking.
I just don't like the talking over each other. It works my nerves. But
Hey,
I
Hank.
tried to bring it back around
It's so
an hour ago
contradictory.
about the question. And I'll try to bring it back around a long time ago with asking this question to the men, Ali and Fatty.
Yes, stop Dana when she does
Do you believe men are leaders?
Most men are not leaders. They should, but they are not.
So you think so you believe that most men are betas?
Yes.
Okay. And where do you fit in that?
I am a mixed bag. In some situations, I'm an alpha. I'm a leader. I am a rail of troops. Sometimes I'm a follower.
So I have people you believe you can turn alpha off and leadership off and on?
Yes, there are alphas that are CEOs of S&P 500 companies, and they do to have women step on their balls and call them a dog and something like that. They are alphas on their work, but on their sexual relationship and their relationship with women, they're actually betas and submissive.
How do you turn alpha off? Because just because you're define what alpha. Let's be very clear. Define what an alpha is first. That's
no, you defined it. You were the one that asked the question.
No. I want you in your
no. You asked me the question. Define the alpha, and I will correct you.
No. I'm asking you a question. Please define what an alpha is.
You use the words alpha, and I'm going to actually help you out, right? I don't like the word alpha and beta because I think both of us, like everybody, is a mixed bag. Same way men have masculine energy and feminine energy. But what alpha usually is referred to is a dominant man, a man that is a leader, a man that makes rules for other people to follow. A beta usually somebody that complies, goes along, somebody that actually is on the.
Okay.
So
I just want to be concise.
Okay, go ahead, lady.
Explain what the alpha is. Okay, and a leader. Okay, we're going to use those synonymously. So, do you believe you can turn your leadership off and on?
Yes. Like I told you, like I told you, different situations. I have a YouTube page. I'm alpha on my YouTube page. But if I have a mentor, I will be in a submissive position. If I go to the military, there's some general above me. If I actually do my company, employ people, those people, I'm going to be the alpha on the situation. There's alpha and beta are situational. You can be
and that's where we disagree at.
1 second. You can be a very successful alpha millionaire and you go on a meeting with billionaires and you are not a leader of nobody. It depends on the person that you have in front of you. Go ahead.
And that's where you and I disagree at. I believe you're a leader. You may not know everything in every situation, but your alpha and your leadership is still there.
Okay.
And that's where the difference is at in our thoughts and our paradigms about leadership and alpha. And the reason why I wanted to break that down is because you said most men are not alphas and leaders.
Yes.
Most of them are not.
Yes. So do you want alpha? Do you want alpha?
I didn't hear you.
Do you want alpha?
Do I want an alpha?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
So pick one.
No. I'm asking the questions right now, Fatty. I answered that one real quick. Let me finish asking my question.
Go ahead. It's fine.
So you believe most men are not alphas or leaders, and so there's a gap or a deficit in society if the majority of men are not leaders and alphas. So who is supposed to pick up the slack?
The betas actually are perfect for marriage. The simps actually are perfect for marriage. They will do what you want. They will put you first. They'll put you on a pedestal. They will spend money on you. No, listen. This has nothing to do with alphas and betas. This is actually has to do with women picking men and then complaining about them later. A beta, in theory, a follower.
I didn't ask anything about marriage. You asked me a question. No, I didn't ask that question.
Dana, you ain't got to say.
But we didn't. But I want to be concise in a certain path.
Ask your question again.
Ali,
answer the question again.
The question is, who is supposed to pick up the slack when a majority of the men in society are not leaders?
Pick up the slack for what exactly?
For what? Can you give me an example?
For fulfilling leadership roles in society. Leadership role, making decisions, making the hard decisions, critical thinking, making sure people eat, like that leadership,
okay.
taking control in society.
Daddy, you letting her weaponize that word right now.
I know, but I'm actually going to say love. There's no need for be 350 million leaders. There's no need for be 350 entrepreneurs. There's no need for be. The society is built by one leader and 1,000 followers. And women should understand that just because they marry a beta doesn't mean that he actually doesn't provide for you, doesn't take care of your kids, isn't a good husband. That's actually what you guys want. You guys
we weren't
want,
talking about marriage.
Let me finish my point. Do you think that you think that all women want leaders? You know what? I'm actually going to answer your question. The woman that actually qualify for the alphas, take them. Most men are not leaders. They need a helper. They need somebody that helps them with decisions. They need somebody that helps them pay half of the bills. So all of you women that actually don't qualify for the alphas, either stay out of the market or help these men that are betas to actually carry the load. That's exactly what it always was on society. The guy that is the guy that is a butcher, he might not be the alpha, might not be the leader, but at least he's competent. He's trying to help raise his family. He's responsible. Marry that motherfucker, pay half of the bills, and help him get to a point where both of you achieve your dreams. That's actually how it should be. Not every man is an alpha, and not every woman is one.
Yeah.
Right.
Ali, do you want to respond to that as well?
Yeah, that we that's why I don't even like you. Like Fatty don't like talking about the alpha beta. I'm starting to get that, taking that word and just leading and just throwing in the trash, because women are weaponizing that just to discredit men, look down on men. Can you find men that'll build with you and help you build? Some men that could possibly take care of you and love you. Yes, you can find a lot of men like that as long as you're moving the way you're supposed to be moving. But can you find, like he said, a whole bunch of alphas and leaders to what? Where are we going? We keep talking about leaders. Lead you
want
to
me to
what?
answer that question? Because honestly, Fatty took it down marriage. I was not talking about that. I literally was.
See how I let you just take that? See how you interrupted?
Marriage. I didn't talk about marriage. He brought marriage. If I did it, you would have. I want to make sure we're going along the right path, Ali. Fatty wouldn't let me redirect the path into where I was going about in society.
So let me ask you. So can you show this decorum going forward then? If me and Fatty do that and say, hey, love, Dana, y'all not answering the question. Can you be that genuine and say, hey, they just want us to get back on track? Can you show that same?
Can you just answer this question now?
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You're disingenuous.
Ali, 1 second. Love, you're extremely. I can tell. Let me ask you something, Amp. What was the question? Because again, I think I actually answered the question. Who carries the load? The betas. The betas actually are the people that run this, like they actually support the society. They are the welders. They are the blue collar workers. They are the betas. So what is wrong with actually marry a beta that loves you, is a hard worker, is responsible, is a good dad? What is wrong with that?
You answered and then you expounded into relationships.
Right.
I think Love's point, she wanted to know just about society. Men run society now, Love. That's why it's kind of almost better that he went into relationships, because men already run the society. So there's not
how when they're not leaders, according to him, how are they running society?
No, he said most men are beta.
Right.
But that's why Fatty asked her. But that's why we have to ask women, because if we don't know what that is, can she define the alpha and the leader that men are supposed to be for women that align with? Can she define it?
Well, she's talking about society. So there's a deficiency when it comes to you guys want alphas, there's not enough of them. And I don't actually think women want what comes with an alpha man either.
Yep. Amp, you hit the nail on the. Can you stay there for a second? They complain about cheaters. Do you know who is the most probable person that actually cheat on you? The motherfucking alpha. That is the leader that has all the options and that is going to go around, do whatever he fucking wants.
So why do you want also the alpha man? He has a lot of options. Exactly. I don't think you guys are inviting that energy like you think you are. You don't want a nigga that other women are attracted to, but to that extent is going to be something that's going to be tough to deal with in terms of relationships. But the world is fine. Men are leading the world. We lead. I mean, you know that already.
But that's not where I was even going. I'm not talking about relationships. I was trying to stay on one path. If there are a majority of betas, not leaders, men that are not leaders in society,
Yes.
Who is to pick up the slack in being the leaders? And
there's no slack.
Right, but there is, because that's where when there's no known or established leadership, this is me just talking now. When there's no established leadership, that's when women that men are so upset about it and saying they try to take charge and take control, that's how they have the inroads to do that. Because of what was just stated, there are there's minority of alphas in society. Most men are not leaders, right? And so when you get a deficit in society, when there's not enough leaders or established or proposed leaders, you have women come in and start running stuff. And then that's when the men get so upset that women are being too dominant and masculine and whatnot. Because
we're talking about when it comes to dating, you guys. You guys aren't real.
But I didn't go there.
I know, but you're conflating the arguments men make. So we're talking about in these relationships, y'all don't know how to concede and be submissive. In the world, we not afraid of y'all. Y'all don't challenge us on a large scale in terms of work and money, so on and so forth. We do way more jobs than you. We hold down the infrastructure. More men are engineers, et cetera, et cetera. But when you hear that argument, it's because we're talking about dealing with you guys on a personal and relationship level.
Thanks.
But Fatty didn't say that. I literally asked him.
No, you didn't know. I'm not predicating what I said off of Fatty, love. I'm predicating.
He's saying exactly like
when you hear that argument, we're talking about relationships. We're not talking about the world, like how society's running.
When you hear that, you hear the argument about women being more dominant.
When we're talking about relationships and stuff.
You're talking about purely in relationships. Yes. Women being more dominant, and that's. I'm really trying to have a conversation.
Bro, with all the respect, you are now, love. You are asking for excuses now to stop because I wasn't interrupted.
Come on. He's just saying yes. Come on.
You just say yes.
So I'm just trying to learn because I'm trying to come into understanding. Put it that way.
Come on.
So when the argument or the complaint from men is that women are too dominant, don't know their place in society. Right, they're trying to be too masculine. We've heard this before, right? Hamp, on this podcast, we've heard this before. Women being too dominant, not being submissive because they want to lead and take control and take charge.
Yes, in relationships.
So it's not in society. We're just about only when men say that. So when women only say that on this podcast, it's only been for relationships, not in society.
That's always the premise of these conversations. So that's what we're talking about.
And you know what's funny, Amp? She literally fell on their own trap. She said,
"I didn't. There's no trap to fall.
Why do you keep doing what you're asking us not to do?
Because I mean, Hamper,
why can't you just show that same respect you're asking for yourself?
Hey,